on the American Dream Business Roundtable. And you know, the Excelsior Institute probably works with you, Mark?
Oh yeah, I work very closely with Excelsior Institute.
And you know, you work with nonprofits a lot, don't you?
Yes, I'm actually on the board of 2 of them.
And that's important because you can promote the Excelsior Institute, and I don't know if you know this or not, you can do a commercial, kind of an infomercial like, for the Excelsior Institute, and you can put it on public television, you can put it on community access, because it's a nonprofit. And it's a job market situation as well, right?
Yeah.
That's important. So how would you do that? What would you suggest, Mark?
Good question. I'm the chairman in Excelsior. I'm the chairman of membership. And
you're always trying to get new members,
I'm always
right?
trying to get new members. Yeah. So we need volunteers from colleges around here. They have entrepreneurial type clubs
Right.
in these colleges, and this
Right.
would be a great way for them to get experience.
I have an idea for you guys.
Okay.
Have you heard of DECA? The DECA organization, it's a marketing organization in high schools and also in colleges. And they have to come up with commercials, they have to come up with marketing, and guess what? It's free to you.
Well, that'd
What do
be
you
great.
think about
Yeah,
that?
sounds good to me.
I mean, truly.
Well, and another program that the universities embrace are internships.
That's right.
And working with the nonprofit would be excellent opportunity to learn about all of these things that we've been talking about over the past few weeks. The social media, the marketing, how businesses are put together, how they're financed, all of those things. That's what Excelsior is dedicated to, helping small businesses and entrepreneurs. And so that's why we continue to want to develop that. Mark and I and a few other people are the core group of Excelsior. We've got a lot of talent there, a lot of people who have wonderful credentials on their resumes, and things that you would never in your lifetime believe that you would be talking to a person who did that. And yet they're right here in our fair community. And so that's part of the reason why I again and again bring up Excelsior.
That's right, but that's fine. And you know what's amazing is that you ought to have a really cool fundraiser, and you could get these wonderful, talented university students to help you do it. You know, and the other thing that they can do is, what do you think that they do all the time online to raise money? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Microfunding?
Well, no. Well, it's kind of called microfunding, but what's it called, really?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Do you know what it is?
Well, crowdfunding?
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding, okay.
They're really, really good at that, especially online.
Yeah.
And why can't you do it for Excelsior? Is there a reason why not?
There is no good reason why we can't do that.
They're very good at that, too.
Well, and so someone would ask, why haven't you done it yet? You know, we're busy people. We have clients like Kathryn
Like I do, right.
that we have to listen to. And at the end of the day, you know, after running 15 businesses, he'd hardly have much time left for Excelsior. But we still volunteer, you know.
Right.
That's our nature, our human nature.
Well, here's an idea.
To help other people for nothing.
Here's an idea for you, and I'm a marketing person. You have to remember that.
Yeah.
I would get one of the university students, or more than one, especially gals love to do this, and get them on board with you as a volunteer and let them take over that part of it. That would be the way to attract them, because they like that kind of stuff. They really do.
Okay, I'll take your word for
Okay,
that.
and get involved with DECA.
Okay.
DECA, and become, here with your 15 companies in your company, you can be judges for DECA. I don't know if you guys know anything about DECA. DECA is in almost every high school. And I'm so fortunate, my daughter-in-law is a DECA teacher in California, and I have to tell you that I've been a judge for DECA, and UC does it, and so just some of the other high schools do it, and you as your companies and Excelsior can be a judge for their competition that they do every single year.
Is that like STIFE or what? There was some other organization that renamed themselves last year.
No, DECA's been around for a long, long time.
And it's a competition. Universities are involved.
Yeah.
They're supposed to help indigent people through nonprofit and connecting with business. And I can't remember. I was a judge for that.
Well,
a couple
DECA
years
is
ago.
actually a program that they offer in the junior and senior year of high school and then on college. And it's a
Okay.
marketing program that it's an elective that you can take.
Right.
And you actually can travel to the international DECA thing was in Louisville a few years ago. And it's a great organization to get together, especially for Excelsior. Absolutely.
We'll
a
have
good
to check
idea.
into that.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd love to get involved in that.
And you're pointing out one of the things about Excelsior is that when we talk with somebody, we end up with a better solution than we had 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying to do, is pull people together that, we don't know everything there is to know. And so we're trying to pull together that nonprofit community, if you will, people who will volunteer information as well as a few hours of help, and let's get this thing going.
Well, I think there's a lot of new businesses out there that want to have Excelsior's help. And, it's amazing how many people are, either retiring from their job that is driven, or they've been laid off, or what has happened, and now they want to do something that's totally different. It could be a hobby that they've done all their lives. Like for instance, the chicken trust situation, and it was a need, right? And that made a difference to him. It's really given him life,
It really has, yes.
right?
Right.
And he's 74, right?
And that's the thing. It's so rewarding to volunteer. I mean, SCORE is built on that principle, the Service Corps Retired Executives that I volunteer for. It's so rewarding to help these young companies get off the ground, and in the weeks to come, I hope that we'll be talking with a couple of them that I've helped along the way. But it's so exciting when here's a company that was nothing 4 years ago, and now they're self-sufficient, they're doing well, making lots of good money, and planning on growing into other cities, and all these lofty goals. And hey, I know the people that made all that happen. And that's
part of it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's so exciting to know that. I was there with them when they put those things together.
Well, we have to wrap it up, you guys. Believe it or not, right? So we're going to give you each 20 seconds each to wrap up your discussion, because I think that's important. You want to start, Greg?
No, go ahead,
Let
Mark.
Mark. Okay.
Well, a little while ago, we kind of left a loose end going with Google and clicking on ads a ton. Google has algorithms that keep it from happening. You can't, they won't charge the same click within like a matter of days. So you can't just do
that insidious thing that I was talking about.
Right. Yeah, I just want to make
Glad we clarified that.
That's
before we
really
got off air.
important, because then people would be really scared of Google, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Right.
And there's so many things that we can learn. And would you give your telephone number and your website again, so people can? And you really do talk to people.
Absolutely. Answer
Absolutely, and you have great staff. Absolutely great staff.
It's 513-942-7869 and I-MKTG.com.
And Greg?
My website is probizservices.com, P-R-O-B-I-Z, services.com. My phone number is 513-474-4555. And by the way, I did not have voicemail. I did not want voicemail until I bought my most recent phone system. And that's because I made a point, a human being has to answer the phone.
Right.
We don't have voice messaging. I mean, we do now for after hours, but it's so important in this day and age to have a human being answer the phone.
It really is important, and a lot of businesses are doing that. And do you know who's going to be on next week? You're not sure. We have a special guest coming, actually. Yes. We will make it a surprise. But we have to say goodbye now, and I want you to go to my other website, KathrynRaaker.com. That's KathrynRaaker. And don't forget to listen to our radio show, which is called Let's Just Talk. And both of these guys are part of that, and they love doing it. And we'll see you next time. And thank you, guys. Thank you, especially Mark, for coming. This is my partner on this show, and he's such a great guy. And Greg Noe.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll see you next time on American Dream Business Roundtable.